So my god, Adrock 111 production. Yeah!
What up, guys? Adrock111 here. Got me 2 sick bows. Double your pleasure, double your fun. It's actually been kind of hard to find time to get some bows in, but yeah, I pulled them off, and I still got some lists to take care of. Now, he leads off with Psychopath. I lead off with EX Project. If you've seen EX Project before, you probably have seen them way back in my first vid. He's still the same poke, he just had, a little bit of an update. Yep, I've updated EX Project. I've actually changed his name since the update, but yeah, can't. Alright, back to the bow. Now, I switched out because, obviously, Infernape, I'm not going to stay in for that, because I'm pretty sure it's sashed. So I switched over to Violet because I was expecting he'd expect to switch out and use Flamethrower, but he didn't. He used Rock Slide, which actually I haven't really seen that in too many monkeys, but hey, know. Now out comes this thing, and I was like, now it's gonna die because of Ice Beam, but it lived, and I was like, that's why I respect you. I was going for another Ice Beam, but then he flew, which was a little bit surprising. So I was like, I don't know about this guy. This guy's he's giving me a shaking feeling. He uses Overheat, which I'm like, Killer Queen's already served her purpose. Got some rocks up. So I send out EX Project to get get me some special attack downloads. Sweet. So now EX Project is raping, and out comes this thing, and I was like, I can't do anything to that. So I switch out, I head over to Violet, and then Horn Drill? Well, there goes one clause. So I burn him instead. He uses Stone Edge, which was kind of interesting. And then Quick Claw. He uses Earthquake. So I was like, what? And then, yeah. Great match anyway. Now here's a guy, he's new to our forum, Pokemon Battle League. Check us out if you get the chance. Pretty cool guys there. Anyway, I lead off with EX Project again. He leads off with Electrode. Very nice, but not fast enough to outspeed EX Project. Well, this one anyway. His updates are awesome. And he sends out Blissey, and, well, EX Project is not going to do anything to Blissey. So, I switch out, and I head over to Big Pun, which can take anything Blissey has. And he switches back over to Electrode. And I was like, ugh. I started to curse up because, obviously Electro's not going to do anything to me. And he blows up, which does, barely anything. I get another curse up, so now I got 2. Now I'm beastly. He sends out Breloom. Now, here's where experience kind of plays in to competitive battling. Most people with Snorlaxes have a berry to wake up. So, yeah, should just try to do as much damage as he could. He sends out Shedinja, which is kind of interesting. But I got Crunch, so I had no fear, and I don't really need any attack to be able to kill that thing. He had Focus Sash, which saved it barely. He takes out and he sends back out Infernape. I use Crunch again because I want to make sure that thing's dead. But because of my burn, I live. He lives by a lie, barely did anything. He still edges me, which barely does anything to sub and bake. I was expecting a little bit more. But he takes out his monkey and sends back out Shedinja, because Aqua Jet's not going to be able to hurt Shedinja because of Wonder Guard. Now I send out Gigas. He starts sword dancing, and I'm like, oh crap. So I set up some rocks. He hits me with X Scissor. So I'm like, ugh. Alright. I send out Boogeyman, and he Shadow Sneaks me. And I'm like, no. And then I remembered, yeah, this is freaking Boogeyman. He's beast enough to take a Sword Stance, 2 Shadow Sneaks. And he gives one of his own. That's why Boogeyman is the man. He sends back out the monkey now. I was kind of like, I don't know, this monkey's scaring me. I send out Jet Li because I know Jet Li can take down any monkey. But he switches out, he goes to Wheezing, which was actually a good switch out because Jet Li isn't going to do jack crap to Wheezing. And I'm not going to sit here, the burn kind of scared me, so I switched out and I go to Boogeyman. But he Thunderbolts, he expected to switch out. And I gained a little bit of health back, so I thought I could live this Thunderbolt, and if not, I need the fair switch out, but yeah. No, I didn't live the Thunderbolt. So at least I got my fair switch out. So I head on over to Big Pun because I know he could take a Thunderbolt from a Wheezing, because Wheezings aren't exactly the special attack beast as everyone seems to believe they are. He uses Thunderbolt and it gets a critical hit and I still live. Yeah, what does that say about Wheezing's special attack? Pales in comparison to Big Pun. He thinks about what he wants to do. He switches out, he sends in Infernape. Now, I need another safe switch out, and because Gigas is pretty much useless to me right now, I switch her out to take the close combat and to die. Her death was not in vain. Because Sub and Bake got a fresh switch out, and right off the bat, Aqua Jet I know is going to kill him. He was thinking about this, I guess he was wondering whether or not he wanted to sacrifice his Infernape, but I guess he figured he'd be able to I guess he figured he'd be able to wall me. He sends out Blissey, and I was like, oh man. I set up a sub because I didn't want to be poisoned, and counter comes. Ooh, tricky, tricky, tricky. Ooh, will live the Aqua Jet. So I tried to give him a focus punch, but he switches out to Wheezing, which was a good prediction on his part. Because, yeah, Focus Punch actually didn't do that much. So, yeah, this was just stupid on my part. Well, not this move. The two moves that happened after. Waterfall was actually a good move. I thought an Aqua Jet was going to be enough to 2-hit KO this thing, but after I clicked and used Aqua Jet, I remembered something. That's Wheezing. That thing is a defensive beast, and I best recognize. So yeah, Sub and Bake did not step correct, so he got rechecked. Yeah, dumbass Wheezing. So I sent out Jet Li because, I mean, why not? This is pretty much a game right here. You played a good match, man. Better than last time actually. Last time was oof. But you made some sick predictions this time. I had a different team out this time, and yeah, it was all around great battle. I actually enjoyed both battles. The first one kind of was like, huh? Second one was like, whoa, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, well, as everyone knows, school's out. Everyone's getting more time, so luckily for me, that means I have more time / less time because, you know, crap's coming up. But I'm gonna try to battle the people who I asked to battle and they decide to message me back. I'm gonna try to get that never used battle, you know, underway. I'm gonna try to hit up Cryptic Chaos. God, man, I need to find some time to do this stuff. So yeah, if you guys would bear with me, that would be so awesome. And I'd be like, yes, thank you. So anyway, comment, rate, sub. Yeah, and remember, it's just a game, dude. Don't take it too personal. I as out high as a kite, buddy boy.